This is the world's first Instax Square SLR that accepts interchangeable lenses. Two years ago, Nance created the SL42, the world's first interchangeable lens SLR instant camera. A camera that was revolutionary but had a lot of problems. The camera had a weak focus screen that made focusing very difficult. The field of view of the lens was not the same one as in the viewfinder. And the Instax mini frames had a lot of vignetting. Nance is now introducing the next generation, the SL660, an interchangeable lens SLR instant film camera that works with Fujifilm Instax Square film. The camera is huge, but it looks pretty fancy in black finish with its wooden grip. At 850 grams without lens, it's pretty heavy, but way lighter than any vintage medium format camera. For my review, I stuck to two cool M42 lenses, the Super Takumar 55mm f1.8 and the crazy Super Takumar 17mm f4. There are times when the camera doesn't pick the right exposure because of a strong contrast between shadows and sunlight. The camera recommended a sunny setting, which was fine for the bright areas of the frame, but caused the foreground to appear very dark. Instax film has a low dynamic range. It's not very good at handling bright scenes or scenes where there are strong contrast of light. This scene had a lot of contrasted light. The first try had too much bright sky. The second one had a better exposition, but a bad framing, because I didn't saw what I was doing. After learning from my mistakes, the last one turned out great. Getting the right exposure is maybe the hardest part with this camera. But with practice, you will get the right exposure in the end. It's just annoying that the film is so expensive for this learning phase. If you don't press the eject button, you can keep shooting the same Instax frame over and over. Here, I just tried double exposures. The 17mm lens has a yellow internal filter that gave some interesting results on the Instax frames. Most of the 40 photos I shot looked good. 3 of them had some weird artifacts, a roller mark and some white dots. After using the camera for a week, I took it on a boat trip that we organized for my mom's birthday. Since the sun is in a lower position in the sky, it's easier to expose the frames. I think these 2 last shots are my favorites. The light, the field of view, they look very cool and not like any instant photos I've seen before. The Nance SL660 is the best new analog camera I've seen in the past few years. There are no real rivals to it on the market. This is right now the best Instax camera with a choice of optics and SLR control. It's not cheap and it's a challenging camera, but I'm sure that with some time and effort I will get some really cool shots.